I have to run this Trailblazer to the gas station. Then I'm gonna get you caught up on what's been going on and just a pretty cool, amazing story about the used car business right now and what we just sold at auction. All right, Trailblazer's all gassed up. We're pulling back into the dealership now. We got a full tank there. We have 316 miles of range. This is in fact a delivery. I sold this Trailblazer last night and we're gonna talk a little bit about that later. But first, the cool thing that happened in the used car market, it's a crazy time still, as most of you probably know. As we look at our used car line here, this front row is all we're really working with at the moment, and a couple of vehicles here that must have just been pictured for the internet. So we have probably about, I would say, 20 to maybe 25 used cars on the lot. Now, things at auction have been going crazy, and right in this parking spot here, yesterday was a Chevrolet Malibu. Now, I was gonna put a screenshot in. Unfortunately, it's already off the web, but the car looked very similar to this. It was a 2018 Chevy Malibu LT, basic car, you know, basic standard LT. It had about 21,000, I think 21 or 22,000 miles on it. We were selling it for $22,777. Now, the car sat here for a while. We didn't sell it. So every now and then, what the managers here will do is they'll take those cars and they'll put them on an online auction and see what they go for there. Well, this Malibu that we were offering to the public for just under $23,000, that was 3 years old, that had 21,000 miles on it, just sold at auction for $29,000, which is $3,000 higher than the original MSRP was back in 2018. Now, I think that's awesome. I think that's cool because we made some serious money on that car, or the dealership did. It was actually a rental company that bought it at auction, and it's really the way the business is right now, you know. So things are still pretty rough in the automotive industry, which I'm sure most of you know if you watch, you know, any channel out there that has anything to do with car sales. And I'm really happy that it's December 1st and we're out of November, because last month I only sold 7 cars. It was, the last 2 weeks were ridiculously slow for me, very boring, and that's really why the lack of content at the same time. But November is now in the past. We're starting a new month, and just that new start of a new month kind of gives you that new lease on life and new lease on sales, in a sense, where all of a sudden the slate has been wiped clean of the horrors of last month, and you get to start fresh. We're going to talk today a little bit about the inventory that we currently have. As you can see, lot is still very empty. That's our entire new car inventory right there. You know, so if you're in the market for a Silverado, I have 7 of them. We also have 2 Colorados, and that is it at the moment. This Trailblazer, let me just drop it off a detail, and then we will get the day started. Still no wheels from General Motors on that truck. The Trailblazer is all cleaned up. The customer's here ready to take delivery. They're signing up all their papers. Here it is. It's a 2022 satin steel metallic LT model with a convenience package. This is all-wheel drive, so it does have the 1.3 liter turbo engine, which is the larger of the 2 engines. I gotta take this window sticker off. Inside it has that new car smell, which we all love. Owner's manuals are in the glove box, so we're good there. We know we have a full tank because we filled it up earlier. This was actually my 7th vehicle that I delivered for the month of November, so it's a pretty slow month for me. You know, all things considered, I don't know, what are you gonna do? The market is completely crazy still. Inventory is very minimal, at least here at our store in our area. But what happened with this one is this Trailblazer was actually sold as an inbound unit about 2 weeks before it showed up. When it showed up, the customer or the salesperson that worked the deal on it, I guess they had some sort of problem, whatever it was, whether it be financing or credit or approval or whatever, I don't know. But for whatever reason, the deal fell through last night at about 6:30 at night. So it was funny to watch because, you know, we were all sitting here, there wasn't all that much going on, and now all of a sudden we have an available Trailblazer. So all you heard was people dialing. You know, there were literally 4 or 5 of us on the phones at the same time, all talking to our clients that had been interested in a Trailblazer. Luckily, I had a phone call from the day before on this particular vehicle because it was on the website. I had to explain to the customer that the vehicle was already sold and it's not available and I can order them one. And I said, let me take your information. If something was to happen, I'll give you a call. Sure enough, something happened. Told them it was available. They came down within a half hour and bought it. So unfortunately for one salesperson, you know, they had a little bit of a misfortune in this situation, but that was actually a benefit to me. This is the car business. This stuff happens all the time. And just goes to show, if you're looking for a vehicle and somebody has something that is available, don't sleep on it. You know, just buy it if it's what you want and you're happy with the numbers and that sort of thing, because vehicles do sell very fast. And funny enough, if you follow my channel for a while, you may remember me mentioning a customer that was interested in a Camaro, and he kept coming in to price up a new Camaro, and then every time he would think about it, he'd come back, the car would be sold. This has been going on since like February, March of last year. This guy still has not pulled the trigger. He's already done with his 6-month extension. The bank's calling him, they want the car back, and for whatever reason, this guy's still holding up, and he's not giving the car back, and he's not pulling the trigger on something new. I think I know why, but in any event, that Malibu I was talking about earlier, he was actually here yesterday on that Malibu. We priced it up. He says, I think that's the way I'm gonna go. Left to think about it, and he's supposed to call me back today. Now when he calls me back, that car too is now sold. So it's definitely still crazy times in the automotive world. I don't see anything getting any better for quite a while. Most of what we had inbound, as far as leftover 21s, we've already sold. You know, the stories of cars being at holding lots and getting chips and waiting for chips for 2021, we're done. Like, we don't really have anything else coming in. So now we're just waiting for 22s to be built and to arrive. I'll give you a little tip if you're in the automotive industry, which you may already know. Window stickers make great lint removers. So when you peel off the window sticker, you got this huge pad or sheet of sticky material here. You just put it on and you can pull off a whole bunch of lint. Now, if you wear like black pants and stuff like that, it comes in pretty handy. The Trailblazer is on the road burning gas. Customers are happy. That's what we're looking for. That's what we want. Now, I want to go over the inventory that we currently have. So these are those LT FL models. We have 1, 2, 3 in the 2021 model year. Those are the 2.7 liter turbo engines. We do sell them. They tend to sit a little bit longer because generally people want the 8-cylinder in the vehicle, but we do sell them. This one here is a Premier model at LTZ. I got to do a video on this because it does have a 6.2 liter. So I want to go through that vehicle with you, which I'll do. And then these three are also LTFL models, but they're 2022 model year. So these are the 22 limiteds. The limited basically means that a 2022 model has the same interior as a 21. Sometime, maybe in January, February, March, they'll start producing the new 22 model, which is going to be you know, redesigned front end a little bit, new interior, all new interior, which we're really looking forward to. And you know, we'll see what other changes they make. This morning we had a truck come in. It had a couple vehicles on it. One was this black ZR2. This is a midnight edition, so this is here and available. We also recently got a regular Colorado LT model. And this morning we got this Chevrolet Malibu. This is a 21 model. This is one of 5 that we have remaining. Now, of the 5 remaining Malibus that are coming into us that are 21 models, this one is available to Premier. I have another Premier coming in, and then we have 3 other Malibu models. I think they're LTs and stuff like that that are sold and spoken for. They just haven't arrived yet. We also just got in this Crew Cab 2500 HD Silverado. Now this is going to be one of our plow trucks, so this vehicle is not for sale. We're not selling it. We actually have 2 of these. We also have a double cab 2500 with the plow already on it, so it's all ready to go for the winter. Hopefully we don't need them all that much because we don't want to get bombarded with snow, but if we do, we'll be prepared. So I do have 2 2500 series HDs. Again, they are not for sale at the moment. Lastly, we do actually have a 2021 Chevrolet Suburban Lt. Now this is available for sale. It is a demo model. One of the owners was driving this vehicle, so it does have 6,420 miles on it. It's the LT model. It does have the second row captain's chairs, has the sunroof. It does have 20-inch wheels. What it does not have is the luxury or the signature package, which a lot of people look for. But this vehicle just became available because he went into his new demo. We are selling it at MSRP, $64,740. Now, yes, we are selling it at MSRP, even though it has miles on it, because the new ones we're selling at a $3,000 premium due to the current situations in the market, which we are all aware of. And that's pretty much it. That's the inventory we're working with right now. That's sort of the inventory we've been working with last month. You know, a lot of Silverados. Now we're we're like an SUV store or a crossover store. So the majority of what we normally sell are Equinox, Traverse, Trax, Trailblazer, Tahoe, Suburban. And we just haven't had any of them to sell. So, you know, our numbers reflect that. I think last month we did about 60 units, generally 60 new and used. Generally we do about 110 to 115. So, you know, we're down 50%, you know, of what we would normally do. But, you know, we're weathering the storm. We'll keep plugging along as we can. I know for December, the week of the 13th, I got a whole bunch of Traverses being built, and we have a bunch of Equinoxes also being built. So hopefully by maybe late December, early January, we'll start to see some inventory flow in. We're really looking forward to it. It'll be great. It's just turning 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and this is normally when I'll plug my car in because the charger is usually free. As you look on the left side of the screen here, you'll notice that I'm about 25% down on my battery charge, and that's just from me basically driving home yesterday, any kind of driving I did, you know, last night into this morning, and then driving back here in the morning, at which point I plug it and I top it off. So basically every day I leave work with a full battery. I come back in the next day, I top it off. It's awesome, and it's one of the many reasons you're gonna love driving a General Motors electric vehicle. I'm gonna make a bunch of videos about that. I have some cool ideas that I've thought of and come up with over the last week or so, and that's gonna come soon. I got a couple of cool ideas that I wanna talk about when it comes to electric vehicles, because you're truly gonna love them once you get in them and drive them. Now, just because I like talking about electric cars doesn't mean I don't like the gasoline cars too. And actually, this is where I really need your help for a second. I don't ask for much when it comes to this channel, right? Like, I very rarely ask you to like videos. I very rarely ask you to subscribe to the channel, to comment. I mean, heck, I barely even ask you to buy merch. You know, I got air fresheners that'll help your car smell like brand new again. I got keychains, which are pretty awesome. I got a t-shirt. It's all on DaveBSellsChevy.com. And I really don't mention that in a lot of my videos since I created that either, because my goal is to just kind of put content out. And if the content is good and people stay around and they hang out, they know what to do. They know to subscribe, and you guys have supported me. It's great. Absolutely love it. But I need your help with something that's going to benefit the channel so much. So do me a favor. Close your eyes for a second and just bear with me. The other day, I bought a raffle ticket for a Chevrolet Corvette from the CorvetteMuseum.com. They have raffles that you can buy. Now, this one is for a brand new C8 convertible. It's like a $95,000 version of the car. The ticket costs $200, and they only sell 1,500 tickets. So do me a favor. As you're watching this video, just think in your mind, Dave B. Sells Chevy should win the Corvette. Dave B. Sells Chevy should win the Corvette. Dave B. Sells Chevy should win the Corvette. And when I win the Corvette, we'll make a whole bunch of cool content. It'll be a blast. So let's use the power of prayer and the power of the laws of attraction to have Dave B. Sells Chevy win the Corvette raffle at the Corvette Museum tomorrow, December 2nd, 2021. Thank you.